Now on CoastTV News.
Sussex County Council allowing a zoning change and a big one. The possibilities coming to the intersection of Routes 1 and 16.
How safe is Ocean City? What the numbers say and how people actually feel coming up.
Delaware Botanic Gardens raising money for an eagle camera.
And we are in the midst of a very rainy pattern that's unfortunately going to stick around, and we'll have another round of this in a few more days.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
The future of this land is becoming a bit more certain after one big county council decision. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with development moving forward outside of Milton.
Big plans are being proposed for the property that sits off of Route 1 and 16. The property is across Route 1 from the Rookery Golf Course south, heading southbound that way. Now, the land has been the debate for a couple of years now, and its possible uses are getting a mixed reaction from neighbors. Coast TV's Charles Reinert shows us what the land could have in the future.
These 65 acres behind me here are moving forward with something new, but that something new isn't entirely clear yet. Now, the developer Ocean One Holdings LLC has not supplied site plans yet for what they want to do, but Sussex County Council did approve the zone change from agricultural residential zoning to commercial district zoning. That would open the door to a lot of different things, from a gas station to even a water park. One person I spoke with today said he's open to the change right outside of Milton's town limits.
This is an area that's growing, and I think this, I know my neighbors here will probably welcome a new shopping center. It's kind of limited on what we can do here, especially like places to eat.
Since this development is right by where DelDOT is building its new overpass at routes 1 and 16, the developer will have to work with the agency to tie the roads into that new overpass. I'm Charles Reiner in Milton, Coast TV News.
As you can see there, it's been a rainy day across Delmarva. You might have noticed. Right here, you can see the rain puddling up in Milford just this morning.
And now we will take a live look. Current conditions right now in Ocean View. You can see gray, misty skies and a brief reprieve from all of that rain. I was speaking about it earlier with our chief meteorologist, Paul Williams, and he joins us now. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Maddie and Charlie. Listen, people are looking at me cross-eyed all day, like I caused it. They're looking at me like, look, I didn't cause this, okay? I'll just report it, and prayerfully and hopefully accurately. And so we've talked about this being a deluge of downpours throughout the day, and Mother Nature came true to fruition with and made good on her promise. So we have stationary boundary-driven rain. Now, one quick thing. This is Met 101. When you're dealing with stationary boundaries, it's always about the volume of the rain, not the intensity of the storms. And we have volume, believe me. We see more intense cells that's actually making its way off of the Carolina coast out of the way. By the way, if you would like the forecast, you can call it a phone call away at 443-880-9100. It's sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandelis, Brogstad, and Federico. And as you take a look at our expectations for later tonight, we are going to see things break off for us with the rain. But there's yet another wave that's coming in right behind it. We're going to talk about that in more detail coming up in a moment. Until then, back to you, Charlie.
New today, Nikki Haley gave up her bid for the White House, setting up former President Trump as the apparent GOP nominee in a rematch with President Biden. NBC's Alice Barr shows us how well on Capitol Hill Republican lawmakers are lining up before the former president or behind the former president. President Biden is preparing for his State of the Union address, where his goal is to reignite his campaign.
A head-to-head Biden-Trump rematch is underway in what will be one of the longest general election campaigns for president in modern history. Former President Trump becoming the presumptive Republican nominee after his sole GOP rival, Nikki Haley, dropped out today.
I said I wanted Americans to have their voices heard. I have done that. I have no regrets.
Haley, who served as UN ambassador in the Trump administration, congratulated but did not endorse her former boss.
It is now up to Donald Trump to earn the votes of those in our party and beyond it who did not support him. And I hope he does that.
Mr. Trump on social media saying Haley had gotten trounced and inviting her supporters to join him. President Biden quickly pointing to past Trump comments that anyone who contributed to Haley's campaign would be permanently barred from the MAGA camp. In his own outreach to Haley voters, the president saying, quote, "You don't have to agree with me on everything to know MAGA extremism is a threat to this country." On Capitol Hill, holdout GOP lawmakers lining up to endorse former President Trump, most notably the Senate's top Republican Mitch McConnell, who's had a fraught Trump relationship. The only representative who endorsed Haley, moving quickly to back Trump.
100%. We got a country to save.
The former president in his Super Tuesday victory speech last night taking President Biden head on. As the president prepares for tomorrow night's State of the Union address, a chance to sell his accomplishments to the nation and try to boost his re-election bid.
Now in the race in Delaware and Maryland, here are some key dates to follow for primary elections, so stay with me here. Delaware's presidential primary is scheduled for Tuesday, April 2nd. Polls are open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Maryland, though, much later. That primary is Tuesday, May 14th. But just like Delaware, voters can hit the polls from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m.
New today, the Supreme Court has set a date of April 25th for oral arguments in Donald Trump's presidential immunity case. Trump's attorneys arguing that he is immune from prosecution because he was acting as the president at the time. A federal appeals court ruled that there was no basis for Trump to assert that former presidents have blanket immunity from prosecution for any acts committed as president. Trump is facing a 4-count indictment in Washington that includes charges of conspiracy to defraud the U.S. and conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding. He has pleaded not guilty. Even if Trump loses in the high court, the trial would not take place until well into election season. But if Trump wins, the charges would then be dismissed.
The Ocean City Police Department has released its annual report detailing crimes committed in OC over the past year. According to the data, some safety measures improved compared to last year's report, but others didn't. Special Enforcement, which conducted some longer-term investigations, and drug arrests, those are down by 15. But major crimes like armed robbery are up by 6. Tamara Burns, who works in OC, thinks police could take just a little more initiative when patrolling.
I was walking home from Montego Bay and I didn't feel necessarily safe, and I saw a police officer along the side of the road, and I do wish that he had stopped and asked if I was okay.
That's a small change that some community members say would make a big difference in the perception of safety in Ocean City.
And that's going to take us right into our CoastTV poll tonight. We want to know, what is your top priority for tackling crime in Ocean City? Let's take a look at the results.
Take a look at your screen. So far, 81% say increased policing, so they'd like to see more officers there. But there's a slew of votes for community programs, better education, and stricter laws.
If you haven't voted yet, it's easy to do. Go to CoastTV.com or use our CoastTV mobile app.
The Delaware Botanic Gardens hoping to raise money for a camera to study bald eagles that have set up home in the woods of the gardens over the last few years. You can actually find the eagles sitting high in the trees as you walk the paths. The Delaware Botanic Gardens hope by adding the cameras, it will allow them to continue the garden's mission.
We have the native plants. We're certainly building upon that. We're building the plant collections that we need here as a Botanic Gardens, but also we wanted to make people aware that providing a balance where the foxes and the groundhogs and the wild birds can actually live in a type of harmony and automatically keep each other under control is all part of the sustainable mission that we have here at the garden.
We'll have much more on the eagles and how the gardens are raising money for that camera tonight on Coast TV News at 6.
Heading to the coast, pedestrian safety, it is back on the table in Fenwick Island. The town will meet to talk about safety on Route 1, specifically focusing on sidewalks, crosswalks, medians, and traffic calming measures. This meeting is slated for March 12th at 2 p.m.
Coming up, do you need help filing your taxes? Details of a workshop that could help manage retirement taxes specifically, and it's coming to Lewis.
The rainy weather is creating some serious puddles on the roads at this hour. I'll show you what I'm tracking in just a moment.
First, why a man got intentionally, and that's the key word, intentionally, more than 200 COVID-19 shots? That's up next.
From empty nester to first home, Accessible Home Builders does it all.
It was great working with Scott at Accessible Builders. He called us every Monday and asked us to come over to the house at each step of the way during the construction of our home.
It was pretty unique working with Scott because not only is he the owner, but he was working in here hands-on with his employees and really just trying to make our vision come to life.
Design your dream home with Accessible Home Builders.
Hi, I just had to tell you Valley Casino has partnered with Bet Rivers in Delaware.
We've got lots and lots of exciting slots and table games to play.
With really fast payouts and a rewards program you'll love!
Plus, with award-winning customer service, the excitement never stops.
Is this awkward?
So get ready, casino fans. And Brittany. Bet Rivers and Valley Casino, together in Delaware. Download the app today.
Don't miss the free Health, Fitness, and Leisure Expo, March 9th at Cape and Lopin High. Bring the family and tell your friends. Admission is free. A full array of health, fitness, and leisure products, fitness centers, physical therapy, health food, home products and services, and even water sports. BB Healthcare will be providing free health screenings. Don't miss the free Health, Fitness, and Leisure Expo, March 9th, 9 to 4 at Cape and Lopin High.
For decades, John B. Parsons has been a sanctuary tailored to the needs of its residents. We are excited to now bring the same award-winning care to your home with Harrison Health at Home. Our family of experienced caregivers can help you maintain your independence in the comfort of your own home. Or, following an incident, our Bridge to Home program can help you with a temporary assisted living stay and personalized transition plan to get you back home. Harrison Senior Living, our family taking care of yours for 50 years.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
In health news, a German man has become a walking experiment after getting 217 COVID-19 vaccine shots in the span of 29 months. Yeah, you heard me right there. Scientists are using the 62-year-old as a case study to see what happens when someone is vaccinated against the same pathogen repeatedly over 200 times. Scientists found the man's hyper-vaccination, well, it didn't significantly improve or worsen his immune response. Now, the man has not gotten COVID to date, but researchers caution that might not be because of the extra shots. Scientists also don't endorse going against national vaccine recommendations to boost immunity.
It turns out that eating well doesn't exactly offset the negative effects of poor sleep. That's according to a new study published on Tuesday in the journal JAMA Network Open. Researchers looked at health outcomes for more than 500,000 people between the ages of 40 and 69, and what it found out is that those who slept for fewer than 6 hours were nearly twice as likely to develop type 2 diabetes. That risk did not improve if they had healthier diets. Experts say that the findings confirm a link between poor sleep and diabetes, not a cause and effect relationship.
Upping your daily step count could offset negative effects of sitting all day. That's according to a study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine. Researchers looked at data from more than 72,000 people. They found getting 9,000 to 10,000 steps a day lowered the risk of cardiovascular disease and the odds of dying in those who are Charlie can help me with this one. Sedentary most of the day. My brain just wiped that one out there. Well, researchers say the findings don't endorse sitting for long periods of time. Maybe I did that too much today, but it does show any movement helps.
And they call me the old guy. All right, let's take a look at our forecast. We're looking at scattered showers right here, and get plenty of sleep is the first thing my heart doctor told me. And you're going to sleep really nice thanks to this weather expecting for tonight.
Transform your bathroom into a haven of luxury with baths by Spicer Brothers. Call today for your free consultation. We'll work around your hectic schedule with evening, Saturday, and even same-day appointments available.
And right now, receive 50% off installation, a free shower door upgrade, and a free deluxe shower head. Plus, enjoy your new shower now and pay later with no interest and no payments for 18 months.
With Bath by Spicer Brothers, quality is our promise, and your satisfaction is our guarantee. So before you sign, keep Bath by Spicer Brothers in mind.
The Harry Kay Foundation presents the second annual Chocolate Crawl on Saturday, April 13th in downtown Rehoboth. Enjoy delectably fabulous chocolate creations and then vote for your favorite to win top prize. For tickets and info, visit harrykfoundation.org/events.
Brace yourself. Get ready, because Johnny Janosic is taking savings to a whole new level. Up to 70% off store-wide during the warehouse clearance sale. Get high-quality furniture and mattresses at the lowest possible prices, plus 0% APR financing for 4 years. Save on floor samples, discontinued items, one-of-a-kinds, and more. Now you're ready to save at the in-store warehouse clearance sale, going on now at Johnny Janosic.
Have you been putting off correcting your smile?
Consider Smiles Correct Clear Aligners from Tillman Orthodontics.
We'll reach out to your insurance for you
and provide interest-free in-house financing.
I got free financing and made easy monthly payments.
Smiles Correct aligners are made right here at Tillman Orthodontics.
Unlike other clear aligners, at Tillman Orthodontics, the materials, the contours, and the treatment plans are fully customizable.
A customized plan just for me.
Did the sun come out or is it my smile?
You can only get Smiles Correct at Tillman Orthodontics, so call today.
"16 years ago, we founded Community Bank Delaware with the goal of providing high-quality banking services to our local community. Here you meet with decision makers, people just like you who live in and love this community. We provide the newest banking technologies to our customers, supported by our local team of banking professionals. Our bank serves clients throughout Sussex County, and we continue to grow, all thanks to you. Community Bank Delaware, where community matters."
Download the DSN app today, driven by Preston Automotive Group.
Well, if you want rain, drizzle, showers, we have that in spades for today. And we are getting a break for right now, but another wave is expected to catch up with us by pretty much 8, 9 o'clock tonight. We'll take a look at that in detail in just a moment, and I'll show you why. Our Hershey's exterior camera right now showing in Ocean City just how gloomy it is right now at this hour. Now, the good news, there's always a good side to everything. The good news is it's gloomy with lots of moisture, but it doesn't feel cold outside. It's plenty wet. I get that. But it doesn't feel cold, and it won't for the rest of the night as we stay in the 50s with cloud cover and light rain at the very least. So this is that break I'm telling you about right now. We're getting a hint of just to catch our breath because it's been raining hard all day long, steadily at the very least. And we see the low pressure system that's the driving force of this storm. It's to the south right now and it's making its way, it's just walking right along the east coast. Now the more intense cells are over the water and they're going to swing around us. So we're not going to worry about the intense cells, but the steady rain, oh yeah, take a look at some of these numbers. Nearly 2 inches of rain over it in Del Mar, just shy of it in Bethany and Slaughter Beaches. Close to that in Indian River Inlet. Nearly 1 3/4 for us in Stockley, just over that, and nearly 1 3/4 for us in Laurel and Prime Hook. And those are just some of the numbers. Look at some of the other numbers. 1.5 just over that at our official site in Georgetown, 1.65 in Salisbury, 1.61 Ocean City. Some additional numbers because everybody got in on this party today. 1.7 in Rehoboth Beach, Lewis, close to that. Same holds true for us in Jones Crosswood. Seaford came in just over 1.5 inches along with Harbison, Dagsboro, and just shy of 1.5 inches in Greensboro. In fact, since I've been on the air and I've seen it still raining, that Greensboro number is probably going to hit 1.50 pretty quickly. Once again, it's rainy, but it's mild. Temps in the 50s right now. And for later tonight, we're looking for spotty showers to kick in. Thursday's not going to be a problem with rain, and it's going to be mild but cloudy all day long. So Thursday's going to be a drizzly kind of day, but at least we shouldn't have to deal with widespread rain. Friday morning, we start off back to being cold because the winds are out of the north, and Friday we're going to barely clock the mid to upper 40s. Friday's going to be a cold day. We're going to go back to being cold, just briefly at the very least. Now, winds, that's going to be a problem because, see, Thursday it's coming out of the north between 29 to 32 miles per hour. So Thursday is going to be the day where I'm expecting some very rude winds to kick around. Saturday, the winds change direction out of the south, but look at how it picks up momentum. We're going to have some very breezy conditions, particularly as we go into next week with the winds out of the northwest. Real quick, just to summarize our expectations over the weekend. Saturday, 82% chance of rain. Sunday, very windy and feeling very cold as a result of that. So ultimately tonight, steady showers will continue, particularly late tonight, and 47 degrees. Mostly cloudy, dreary and drizzly and gray day, 57 degrees for tomorrow. 52 on Friday, more sunshine, but colder. A very chilly breeze, particularly out of the north. It's going to make you go, ooh, for Friday. Remember, I gave you that, so you'll know it. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling extended forecast. We're going to have another yellow alert day for Saturday, similar to what we experienced today.
Thank you, Paul. Imagine the Arctic Ocean with no ice. Scientists say it could happen, and soon. A new study says that the ocean could start seeing its first ice-free days before 2030. Researchers also say those ice-free conditions could persist for the entire month of September as soon as 2035, and it could remain ice-free most of the year from May through January by the year 2100. That's if we don't cut our use of fossil fuels. The big question is what consequences these ice-free days will have, and nobody knows for sure, but the ecological impact is expected to be considerable.
We salute Noah B. Dyes, a valiant private first-class soldier in the Army's 84th Infantry, 335th Regiment, who bravely fought in the Battle of the Bulge and endured one of the harshest winters in French history. His steadfast courage and dedication are a tribute to the spirit of the greatest generation.
Spicer Brothers and CoastTV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a CoastTV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
It's that time of year again where homeowners are power washing, staining, and replacing boards on their deck.
No one has time for that. With Paul Davis, our AZEK decks are crack, fade, and insect resistant with a lifetime warranty.
Paul Davis makes it easy by bringing the showroom to you and giving you an estimate that same day. Paul Davis decks are beautiful.
Save big 3 ways. Get last year's pricing, pay nothing until 2025, and get a 10x10 outdoor gazebo free with your new deck, but only through March 31st.
Call Paul Davis today for a free estimate.
Weather brought to you by Paul Davis Restoration, your storm damage experts, here to help now.
From the ground, your roof may appear to be in good condition, but what's really going on up there? At Precision Exteriors, we use cutting-edge drone technology to conduct a free 21-point roof inspection, detailing what's good or not so good about your roof. Got storm damage? We are experts working with insurance companies to quickly repair any damage.
I highly recommend Precision Exteriors. They've done 3 roofs for us and done an excellent job.
Measure twice, cut once, and always do it with precision. Precision Exteriors.
Give your backyard a cozy enhancement with patio systems in Lewis, Delaware. Integrity is the pillar of our craft, with quality craftsmanship to transform your yard or deck into a custom oasis, providing you comfort all year round. Take control of the elements with the Shore's best selection of pergolas, retractable awnings, screen and glass enclosures, and a wide selection of modern decking and railing systems personalized your way. For exceptional workmanship at reasonable prices, contact Patio Systems, your backyard living specialist. Locally owned and operated since 2001.
From the court to your living room, catch the dribbles and the buzzer beaters. High school basketball lives here on Delmarva Sports Network. Local teams, big dreams.
Download the free CoastTV First Alert weather app today.
You may think your home's crawl space is okay, but chances are it's not. Mold, pests, and rotting beams can all cause problems for your home and for your family. The good news is your home's crawl space problems can be fixed permanently, so you and your family can rest easy. Because crawl space problems won't get better with time, but they will get better with us.
Call Dry Zone today for your free estimate.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
Maryland homeowners can now apply for the 2024 Homeowners and Renters Tax Credit Programs. The goal is to ease the financial burden for property taxes and rent. These initiatives set a limit on property taxes that homeowners owe based on their income level and offer renters a direct payment up to $1,000, providing relief for those with high rent-to-income ratios. According to the state last year, these credits delivered over $58 million in aid. Applications are due by October 1st. Interested homeowners can find applications on the Maryland Department of Assessments and Taxation's website.
Speaking of taxes, the Lewis Public Library will hold a workshop with the Money School, great name for people, to how to learn how to properly manage all their taxes in retirement. Now, it's an in-person class. It will examine the steps that people need to take to properly plan for their required minimum distributions. Participants can also learn how to avoid common pitfalls with retirement accounts. That workshop is happening March 27th from 5 to 6. Registration is required through the library.
That big bullseye in the middle of their logo. Tuesday, the retail giant announced its sales fell last year. That's something that hasn't happened since 2016, and it really highlights the financial struggle facing consumers. Target predicts that sales will continue to be sluggish for all of 2024. Middle-class Americans have pulled back on spending, buying the necessities, but not extras like electronics and home decor.
Coming up, how you can make a difference in an animal's life this weekend. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
Don't miss the warehouse clearance sale at Johnny Janasic with up to 70% off store-wide, plus 0% APR financing for 4 years. Shop the in-store warehouse clearance sale going on now at Johnny Janasic.
Spring cleaning is underway with Airbase Carpet and Tile Mart Flooring Supercenters.
The selection is incredible.
The salespeople take the time to find what I want.
Freshen up your home and save more on new floors. Thousands of styles in the aisles for miles. Everything is in stock to take home today for less. Simply pick, pay, take it away, or we'll install it as soon as you say for free. Available, affordable, at your service. Airbase Carpet and Tile Mart Flooring Supercenters.
Don't miss the free Health, Fitness, and Leisure Expo, March 9th at Cape and Lopin High. Bring the family and tell your friends. Admission is free. A full array of health, fitness, and leisure products, fitness centers, physical therapy, health food, home products and services, and even water sports. BB Healthcare will be providing free health screenings. Don't miss the free Health, Fitness, and Leisure Expo, March 9th, 9 to 4 at Cape and Lopin High.
I'm attorney Ben Schwartz. In my personal injury law firm, we help people with slip and fall injury cases. But do you know the first question the insurance company is going to ask? What caused you to fall? If the answer is a defective condition, then maybe there's a case. A slippery floor, uneven walkway, riser height discrepancy on stairs. But if the answer is, I don't know, then it may not be a case. To learn more, tip the scales of justice in your favor, call Schwartz & Schwartz today.
Discover the lodges of coastal Delaware, featuring 2 exceptional communities with one goal: life your way. The life at the Lodge at Truett Homestead is like being on vacation every day, featuring worry-free independent living and unparalleled amenities with the convenience of a monthly rental community. Moving right down the road, experience refreshing coastal living at the Lodge at Historic Lewis, offering independent living, assisted living, and our Compass Memory Care program. Engage in vibrant activities, build lasting connections, and savor each moment. Visit our website or call today to learn how to make the Lodge lifestyle yours.
Don't miss the warehouse clearance sale at Johnny Janasic with up to 70% off store-wide, plus 0% APR financing for 4 years. Shop the in-store warehouse clearance sale going on now at Johnny Janasic.
The Brandywine Valley SPCA is teaming up with the North Shore Animal League to mark the 24th annual Tour for Life event. This collaboration brings the mobile adoption unit, which you saw, a 40-foot shelter on wheels, to the Dover Petco this Saturday, March 9th. Potential adopters have the chance to adopt dogs and cats from the Brandywine Valley SPCA. And to make it even more special, listen to this. Adoption fees for adult cats and dogs who are over 40 pounds, they'll be waived.
All right, so you have a free Fido. That's a good thing. Wonderful. Our Tyndall's Furniture camera and Laurel's indicating this isn't a problem with our camera. This is just how thick the moisture is right now. A lot of dew and low-level moisture, a lot of clouds and drizzle and light rain. We're at 50 degrees. Now, as far as our expectations for the rest of the night is concerned, we're going to stay mild as far as the temperatures are concerned, but we're going to continue with some, at the very least, light scattered showers. We're seeing this first wave that's pushing across, but the low-pressure system is directly over us, and like a big old spoon stirring up stuff, Well, that's what that low pressure system is going to do pretty much for the rest of the night. And a second wave is going to creep its way along the coast. So we're watching out for more rain later tonight around 7 to 8:30 tonight. Here's a look at the exclusive 10-day forecast. Remember, we have another yellow alert day for Saturday, similar to what we experienced today, and very windy conditions on Sunday and Monday.
Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
We're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.